Good morning, guys. We're here for the daily reading for, I think it's December 7th now, 2020. And I really like the way we did it last time. By the way, guys, if you're not a follower, please subscribe because all this stuff really helps my channel. Hit the like button and comment and let me know if parts of it resonate. Because that's actually how we're going to do this, right? The whole point of why we moved from TikTok to over here for the dailies is because I want to be able to reach as many types of different people as possible. So basically how we're going to do this, we're just going to kind of let God talk. I like how yesterday's daily reading went. So if you haven't seen that one yet, check it out. There's a lot of good information for what's coming up, like right around the 21st of December with that conjunction and moving forward. But in that reading, basically God just gave situation-based understandings throughout the reading. So like that's what we're gonna do, right? We're just gonna let God talk and he's gonna explain different situations and tell us what's gonna happen. So listen the whole way through because there's gonna be all different types of messages coming through from him. If the situation matches what you're going through, take that. If the situation doesn't match, like, you know what I mean, then if the next situation doesn't match, that's okay because it's the message for another person who is in that situation. So that's how we're going to do it and reach as many people as possible. This is what God says. Tell them we're going to do situation based. Okay, so here we go. Also too, since it's daily, we're going to be asking God just for like what's coming up in the next couple days here. I just want to know from God like what we can expect to see in the next 3 to so days, and every day we'll just, do you see what I'm saying? Because not everything happens in everyone's lives in the exact same day. It doesn't. Okay, I'm going to shuffle all 3 of these decks here because who knows? We may use all 3. I feel good today, guys. I feel good. Energy feels good. You guys, I know you guys have seen, especially if you're here from TikTok, you have seen I go through crazy ups and downs of energy, and it's like you can literally see it on my face. It's because when you see me and I look so drawn and like I've been up for it, it's because like that's when God is doing the craziest things in my life. Like he literally uses my energy to teach me things. Like it requires my energy to take in a lot of certain things and for God to like literally manifest. Because I mean, in all reality in my life, I already manifest. God and I already literally manifest things out of pure thought. I don't know how else to say it. And that's what's coming up, but it's going to get bigger and better and stronger and easier and all of that for everyone. So yeah. Basically, when I say, I mean, like, manifested from my thoughts, like, God and I talk about what I'm asking for, and if it's for my best interest, he makes that happen, literally, like, and almost immediately. Like, God and I will be talking in my head, and I'm like, God, you know what I mean? Like, I know you want me to focus on the money stuff, but I just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know where to start. I don't know, you know, what the right thing is. I need your help. Like, literally, I said to God this one time, I said, send me someone who can teach me what I need to know that's going to help me, you know what I mean, and what you're asking me to do. And what you know, less than an hour later, someone prominent and that I don't typically talk to, but I know him as an acquaintance, messaged me and goes, hey, what are you doing right now? I feel like I should come over. And so he came over and he had every piece of information that I needed. He's also very spiritual too. He's like, Ashley, God told me to come over. He's like, it just came in my thoughts that I was supposed to call you this morning. That's manifestation, honestly. And this is how this works. I had this happen again too. Same type of scenario. I said, I need a friend today, God. And 2 minutes later, if that, a totally different friend than this one goes, hey, I just felt this, you know, desire to see what you were doing. And then a third time, I've noticed that I'm really good at it with people. I get put with people, whether I need them or they need me for my advice and stuff. God goes into their thoughts and gets them with me. Ouch. The third time, someone asked me, so this is crazy, it was a different friend of mine. He goes, messaged me out of the blue. He goes, hey, guys, this is the day I got the black eye. If you go back in my videos, you'll see I got a black eye in some of my videos from like early December, late November. Anyways, that same day I got the black eye, a different friend of mine messaged me right before, like 2, 3, 4 hours beforehand, but the same day. And he's like, hey, I don't know why, but I got the weirdest feeling that something's not right. Like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm fine. And then I said to him, I said, but I have this situation coming up later today, like, because someone was supposed to pick up stuff and they literally tried to push me out of the way to get into my house. That's how the black eye happened. We got into a fight. Irregardless, I said to my friend, I was like, no, everything's fine, but, you know, so-and-so is supposed to come pick up stuff. Hopefully you're not having like a premonition about how this is going to go. And wouldn't you know, right? Like, in all reality, God works in amazing ways, and in all reality, they're not so mysterious anymore. And that's the whole point. And that's why we're doing this. That's why we're, you know, I want to do these daily readings with you, because I spend this long talking to God every day as it is. It's going to be much easier if you learn when I learn. So here we go. All right, God, what would you like to say to everyone? Ow, sorry. There's something in my eye. Whew. It's going to be about growth. There's also going to be general messages in here too that are just going to be meant to resonate with everyone, he's saying as well. But it will go into situation based. So pay, you know, listen in. Okay, so this one is talking about what's going to happen in time with the moon, meaning like literally in time with lunar cycles. This is saying that females who are financially stable right now, but are in toxic partnerships, what you're going to see here in the next few days, for real, is a change of tides to where you feel heartbreak. So if you as a female are financially stable, but you're in a relationship that is toxic, and whether it's you or them, love-wise, it's not working and patterns would keep repeating to make things toxic, the tides are going to change and you're going to experience heartbreak. In regards to that toxicity, yeah, you're going to see ships sailing in, you're going to see ships sailing in your relationship. Okay, this is a separate message. Apparently we're doing 4-card messages. So, if you are an Empress, that would be another female type energy. There's going to be male energies in here too, so we'll talk about all of it. So if you are a female who has essentially learned all of her lessons, but the relationship is in separation, like if you consider yourself divine feminine, if you basically, it's if you have all of your ducks in a row in every part of your life, except you're missing your person. Very specifically, if you're missing a person that it's required okay, here we go. There's 2 parts here. I'm gonna give you, there's dual messages. He wants me to read this a couple ways. So, like I said, as I was saying, if you're in separation and you have been holding on, what you're gonna see in the next couple days, if you have all your ducks in a row in every other way, but you're separated from your person, or up, you know what I mean, in separation, if you've been holding on to the love of the relationship, you're gonna see some of your efforts paying off here in regards to your relationship. Now, back to this first one, because there is a secondary here too with this. It's if you're financially stable but in a toxic relationship, the tides are going to change and cause you heartbreak. God's also saying too, with this specific message, understand that this same part will happen for you. You'll see rewards in your relationship if you hold on and become the rest of an empress, meaning like figure out your own lessons in toxicity that have essentially, like, it could be like, in all reality, it's just going to have you look at yourself and what you deserve, and your other person and whether or not you're giving that to them, that type of stuff. All right. Put these ones back. Tell me more, God. Tell me a new one. Tell me a new situation. What else you got here? So, in regards to, so what's coming up very quickly, this is going to be like for everyone. It's basically saying that there's an opportunity to balance out your finances, so that you can essentially grow whatever you want to grow. And it's also going to say, it's also saying too, you're going to have to put in the work. But it's if you can recognize the opportunity that's about to come up really quickly. There's going to be an opportunity coming up in all of our lives. This is what this is saying. Or the vast, in some way, like the vast majority, is going to see an opportunity to balance out their finances, so that they can grow something. But you have to be able to recognize the opportunity that's coming in time with the stars, basically, with astrology. So, like, it's coming. Just make sure you recognize it when it's there. The opportunity, it's going to be an opportunity from the past in some way. Someone or something that you've dealt with before that has had burdens that came along with it. There's going to be an opportunity to balance. It could be finance. There's heavy finance here, but it's not necessarily going to be finance in your life, right? It's going to definitely be, though, something from the past is going to come back around that used to cause you burdens. And if you recognize this as an opportunity, you know what I mean, that's being poured in from the stars or from heaven, basically, then you will take this opportunity to balance out and put in the work towards whatever it is. What types of things will these be, God? What are different situational scenarios for, basically in all reality, it's anything that's going to lead to your happiness. These things from the past, right, are going to come back around because they'll make you happy. God's saying, I've judged, I've judged areas of you guys' lives, of all of our lives, and the parts that are going to make you happy, I'm bringing them back around to you. They are things from the past that this time around will make you fatedly happy. So if you see something coming back into your life, a person, a job, an opportunity, even just it could even be just thoughts and ideas and concepts that come back around for real. But the whole point is, it's going to be about, it's what you should do for your happiness. If something, this is a huge message. If something comes back around from the past, say yes. Say yes to what they're offering. This is the opportunity that's coming in time with the stars. Something comes back from the past, say yes. I don't care. I know this is going to sound weird, right? It already said, yeah, these are tower moments, okay? This is meant to change your life for the happy. So, don't say no. Don't say no. If you turn it down, you'll have missed the opportunity that has come in time with the stars that was meant for you to balance out and put in the work towards something that will make you really happy. God's saying he's only going to give you things that have all the tools to be able to be balanced out. So, like, if a person comes back to you and you're, like, wary because of all the shit they did before, this is very specifically saying he's giving you what you beg for. But he's not going to give it, he's going to give you all the tools. Or, I mean, he's gonna give you a person who has all the tools to be able to balance out with you and work on whatever way they offer to come back with you. It's God's way of giving you what you beg for. Yep. Tell me more. Anything else about this message? This is coming along with the new chapter, and you should focus on that. Or it could even be, if you are focusing on your new chapter, the judgment of that is that you get a tower moment. Have faith that your love life, very specifically in this case, it's saying, is going to come into fruition the way you want it. Wow, okay. It's literally saying these tower moments, these things that are coming back from the past are going to come for those who have been focused on starting over fresh, being okay with having something new, wanting to be better, building themselves, focusing on wanting something different than what you have now. You want a death and a rebirth in your life. If that's what you're focused on, what's coming up, like with this new chapter here, is a very happy tower moment. That is the judgment of God. He wants you to have faith and say yes, because now understand, when you say yes to this opportunity, it's an opportunity to balance. So let's imagine it's a person that comes back in your life, okay? And they say, hey, I want to try again. They have all the tools in their thoughts to do things right this time. It doesn't mean that they're going to do it right every time, first time, perfect. This card is about balancing things as they're juggled. You see what I'm saying? Like, in all reality, if the card were moving, he's doing this and those pentacles are spinning and he's trying to keep it all together. I always do that. He's trying to keep it all together. But eventually you can slow it and balance it out. And that's the whole point. So yeah, you're going to see some returns of things here. You may not see, okay, I don't want to get hopes up that you'll see the biggest thing that you might be wanting from the past come back. But the overall here is have faith. He's trying to give you all this stuff, like from here on out, right? From here on out, right? You're the people in general. We're starting the age of Aquarius, so people in general are only going to be gaining from this point forward more and more tools in their thoughts. The whole thing is about ending karmic cycles and getting there now, period. And so more and more people are going, and much, much faster, are going to be getting to the point where they have all the tools in their thoughts that they need. Yep, because God's turning everyone into magicians. We talked about this in the daily reading a lot yesterday. What else? This is actually nice. I didn't even have to go into too much situation. This was very nicely broad to explain how this is going to come for all different types of people just in it, really. You're getting something back from the past that's going to make you really happy. It's going to help you have all the rest of the tools you may need now, or that you may not have now. And if you already have all the tools and you're focused on this new chapter, if you're an empress or an emperor, basically, the emperors are all asleep, so don't get me started on that. But if you're an empress, the emperors are not. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. If you're a man watching, it's just the same energy for real. Then you're gonna see, when it comes to the happiness and the judgment for that, like if you're really, really good in your own life, and what you're doing is feeling left out right now and wanting to move on as your tower moment, that's going to kill your focus. You're not supposed to want to move on. That's what that says. Yeah, because if you are wanting to move on, it's going to make what God can put into your life take longer and require more patience, is what he's saying. What was that? Yeah, in order to see your ship sailing in order to see what God can do in your life come back to you, it would require a lot more patience if what you're wanting to do is move on while you're left out right now. If that resonates with you, take that. If what you're doing is fighting, if what you're doing right now, like right now in your life, is fighting with people, anyone in general, really, but relationships, that's going to mess things up in your message of love. You shouldn't be fighting with people right now. Do you have advice for that, God? Do you have advice for that? You want a different deck? Do you need different cards? It's saying the fighting makes you guarded about becoming the best version of yourself, about being the Empress. God wants you to be content in love and see your ship sailing in regards to the love life that you want. Literally with a soulmate, a healthy, loving partnership. Understand, right? If you're in this Empress energy, that's like divine feminine type energy. It's again reiterating that the karmic cycles of fighting. Oh, okay. This is about this moving on thing too. Like if you're fighting and that's what's making you want to move on. Yeah, if you're fighting and that makes you want to move on, because it's because you feel guarded about whether or not the toxic cycles will end in your person. But it's saying understand that ending these cycles in these types of partnerships are slow. I mean, it's saying you can pray for alone time. If you've been praying for alone time, your tower moment's going to give you that. But overall, God wants you to hold on and focus on the most immediate next chapter. That's where he can give you the best, fastest, and easiest victory. So, like, he's literally saying, You're going to have a victory in areas that are messed up. You're going to see growth in a way that makes you feel happy. It's a lot about God does not want you, there's God. God does not want you to get discouraged. He's putting in a ton of tower moments. Like right now, so that he can prepare for the Great Reset. The Great Reset is 12/21. It's when all the lessons that we can learn suck back to zero and everyone starts, and God's able to put people like exactly where they need to be. And that's what he's doing. He's moving people around on the planet right now. He's putting them where they're supposed to be. If they're not, that's the whole point of why we've been in judgment period. He's moving the puzzle pieces around so that the puzzle will move forward very happily for as many of people as possible. It's like a slide puzzle. You know those square things, and you have to move the pieces around until you can get the whole picture out. That's how I imagine God does that. Like he's trying to move us all around, and sometimes we get pushed far cornered away from the person that we actually love or want, or even things. It really doesn't matter. But the whole point is it's to make the whole big picture for everyone, so that everyone can be put back with, their paired piece, and the whole thing looks beautiful. But it does take time, and he's gotten really good at it now. So now, instead of the pieces, moving like this, I don't know where, because this puzzle is literally a universe-sized puzzle that he's trying to complete. At the very least, the whole world. Do you see what I'm saying? So now he's gotten really good at it, and this is what he's telling, like he can do it much faster now. Now he can, he's putting everyone together, and because we're coming to the end, and he's getting everyone in place so that from that point forward, he already knows all the moves that are going to happen to equate to getting to the fully formed big picture showing. Anything else, God? I'm going to end. I don't want to be too long here. We're probably pretty hefty in. What this is all doing, everything I just said. Oh, okay. It's saying the message of what's being done is what you're praying for. A lot of it right now is going to be in money too. That's being poured into with astrology. You're going to definitely see victory there. Especially if you do move on or are fatedly pushed on from a person. You'll be happy. You will still be happy in love and see those ships sail in. But you're going to get justice. You'll definitely get justice by working together on having the world in your hands with who you want, because you're going to become the manifestors of almost like law of attraction. I've never really studied law of attraction, only just barely, but I'm pretty sure manifestation is very similar to that. It's kind of like that. All right, guys, I think that's what I'm going to leave you with today. That's what you can expect. You can expect over the next couple of days to see a lot of this stuff happening. A lot of these resurgences from the past. These move-ons. Like I said, you should definitely check out yesterday's video, too, if you did not watch it, because there's a lot more information about it, too. Excuse me. All right, follow my channel. Please, please, please comment on this video. Like the video. All of this stuff helps me grow the channel so that I can keep doing this, because it is my dream, and I know it's my path, and this is what God has me do. He wants me to teach. He wants to talk. I don't know what else to say. He wants his voice. So I'm trying to give him his voice, and I need, he wants as many of you guys to listen. So we'll be here.